Indeed, greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. Thank you so much for joining me again on another beautiful day. I'm a little bit out of breath still. We actually had like a 10-minute dance session, if you will, before today's mainstream, if you will. And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I haven't been dancing as much. I've not even been listening to music as much as of late. And then, out of nowhere, I kind of made the decision to listen to music while I'm showering. And that's where it really started. While I'm showering, I started dancing. I was like, yeah, washing with rhythm, be it hair, be it body, just getting into like the groove again, getting into that flow. And I was like, I need to properly do this. I need to properly do this. Set up the streaming camera, dance for like 10 minutes. The speaker was dead as well, so I kind of had to have it like a little bit extended. So it was a little bit echoey, but it did it. It did it. It worked. And I'm so happy to be here on B. Thank you for joining me, Edmund. When it rains, it pours. Thank you for the love, my friend. Love the dancing, and I love you, my friend. I mean, I feel again like in the moment something came to me again, giving who you are to the world in any way that you can. And now that literally is the only thing we can really be expected to do, expect ourselves to do, if you will, as well. It's Carmelia. Thank you for joining me, my friend. Elaine, I'm going well. I'm doing well. Things are going absolutely fantastically. I have a lot to be grateful for. And it's sometimes like I feel in saying it, there's almost a sense of there are people suffering out there in the world. You shouldn't be grateful for things. You shouldn't be happy about things. And I'm like, no, because there is suffering in the world, I think it's even more so our responsibility to try and be happy, to try and love the life we're living right now. Try Nickelback. Nickelback is not bad, but it's not exactly like EDM dancing music type of vibes. Hey Halate, thank you for joining us, my friend. How is school going, Lane? I have just one more week until I start on B. Okay, and you get to start a little bit later than Lane, because I know a bunch of the other. Are they? Maybe they started this week. Maybe high school starts a week later or something. Hey Talia, it's so nice to have you. Hey, I can't stay in the stream today, but I am wishing you all the best for you. I hope you're having a beautiful time and share beautiful energy. Absolutely. And thank you for giving your beautiful energy to me as well, Talia. So that I may in turn share it back with you, friends. We'll see you again next time, friend. Love to you. Oh, you. There we go. I was sad as Funyuns. Is Funyuns sad? Funyuns is like a type of crisp, right? A chip. We call them chips in South Africa. Like crisp in the UK. They're like these puffed up rings, right? But they're not exactly onions. I think that's what a funyun is. Sad as a fungus. I don't think fungus is a sad. Sad as a futon. I think a futon might be sad sometimes. If I have the right understanding of what a futon is something that you wash yourself with, alright? Sad as a firefighter, maybe. Unless you have some sort of sadistic pyromaniac streak and you curb your pyromania by killing fires instead of lighting them. Use your evil knack for something good. I'm divulging because I don't want to say the F word and I'm trying to mediate. I'm sorry that you were sad, Scarmelia. Want to tell me about it? Couldn't make it to training. Oh, you did tell me about it. Why not? And I believe there's going to be another opportunity to at least, right? Hope you're enjoying the break. Hope you had a great day as well. Thank you for saying the same, Edmund. Where I live, this is a couple weeks earlier, but a lot of schools do start this week. Okay. That sounds about right. Your school years start in September as well, right? Or something like that. Is that right? Like, this is your last semester for the year. Do I have that right? Because of your winter season, things are a little bit wacky. I might be completely wrong, but in South Africa we have 4 terms, if you will. Like about on the 11th of January, we start our first term, and then we have like a week vacation in April. Then we go back to school after that week. Then we have like a long stint of school. Then we have a 2 month, almost like more like 40-day vacation in June, July. Then we have our third term, have a 2 week vacation, and then we go back for our final term where we finish around the 5th of December, and then we start the process over again. That's how our school terms work here in South Africa, and basically all the schools start at the same time and at the same time. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh, I'm already behind on comments, goodness. This is our first full week. Emma will be at school from 7:45 to 8 p.m. today. 8 p.m.? I'm getting triggered. Why does she have to be at school for 12 hours? Technically 12 hours and a quarter? That's sacrilege. I hope that she has like a 4 hour lunch break or something in the middle of that, because that's atrocious. We call them chips in the States too. Funyuns are dank. Okay, I've never had Funyuns. I've like heard about them on sitcoms or something like that, but never had one. Futon is like a folding couch slash bed. Thank you, Edmund. Okay, I think we have another one. Futon is a kind of couch. Thank you, friend. So a futon is type of couch. Would a futon be sad? I mean, if it desires to be used as one or the other, if it really wants to be used as a bed, and people just kind of sit on it, no commitment, during the day, if you will, or maybe like it's like people sleep on it all the time and never actually use it as a couch, and for that reason the futon is sad. Oh, that's ridiculous. I'll start thinking about it. How are you enduring the heat? Like the most of the heat that I was feeling, at least at the start of the stream, was produced by my own body because I was just dancing. It's not too hot right now here in South Africa. It's actually a little bit comfortable, technically. Good day to everyone, and a good day to you, Diamond Fingers. Thank you for joining us again today, my friend. How are you doing? What are you sipping? I'm drinking H2O. What are you drinking, friend? Goedemiddag aan jou, Simon. Dank dat je mij zo joinen vandaag. I have a strange schedule this year. I will be at my high school for only 3 hours, at a college for 2 hours, and home for a couple of online classes. I don't know what the context of the college thing is, but the having to have actual school and online classes, that sounds kind of ass. I take my hat off for you, Lane. This is like, I think that's the part I feel the worst about with this whole epidemic happening in the way that it is right now. I'm thinking about my brother as well. I mean, obviously the fact that people are dying is horrible, and I'm not trying to make any light of that, but I'm thinking about how certain almost like very time sensitive opportunities are forever lost now for so many people. Like, I imagine just how significant and how important your last 2 years, or maybe not as important, but maybe as formative as your last 2 years of high school, your first 2 years, or even your last 2 years of college. And now I'm looking at my brother, like he is now busy with his third year of university, and he's missed out on his entire second year of university. Now he's actively missing out on his third year of university. He's not getting that student life experience. And now when this COVID thing eventually clears up, he's probably going to have graduated, and then he's going to have to go directly into an actual working environment. So it's almost like he's both getting conditioned into accepting that social interaction is something that he should limit, and he should be working from home constantly, while at the same time losing the opportunity to genuinely socialize in that way before he has to commit to working. And it's happening for so many people right now. You start August or September. We start in January, friend. Their dad got them a ride, and the ride backed out on them. I was so upset. Also, yes, Funyuns are chips and futons are couches. Thank you, my friend. I'm sorry to hear that, Scarmelia. I mean, there's always another time though. Was based on farming schedule in olden US times. Sounds about right. I mean, like it's so dated. So many things are so dated, and yet we just kind of accept them for the way they are. Like, oh yeah, things just are this way. Why do we do that? No, I don't want to accept that things just are this way. We can consider how things are, and then we can brainstorm how to change the way things are. And then maybe we grow as a result of that. Maybe we get hurt as a result of that. But we can always learn from both of those. Things, I don't think things can continue the way they've been for the last 80 years, because if you look at what has happened in the last 80 years, the system that bred that understanding is not one that's sustainable, because it is literally destroying our planet. Oh, that is strange. Land is getting in, well, Funyuns are couches turn into beds. I get you. No kidding on B. I was such a lazier my senior year. This is what I have to do to take primary music classes. Okay. So for that 3 hours, you're going to basically be going to music classes at the college campus or something like that? I'm guessing that's what you mean then. Good this morning, my friend. I hope you were well as well. I'm so happy to hear that. Do tell me how you are, friends. I would love to hear from you. Give me insight, like tell me you've done something exciting with your life. Tell me some exciting news you've heard. I would love to celebrate and join in that energy with you, friends. Lane is masterclass of the school system, trained for the production industry. Yeah. Oh, Lane! Art, dude. Like, I was watching this. Was it an Explain series? Like, there's this Netflix, I think it's an original series where they basically just explain things. And me always cramming information into my brain, it definitely was something that fascinated me. And they were going into the music industry and how there's a new industry as it is right now. The streaming industry is basically taking advantage of smaller music creators. And even if you get to the point where you have a lot of influence, you still get kind of screwed over, let's say it's a better word, by the industry as a whole. So I think the only way, and I know that Late is doing that as well, is through resources like Bandcamp, in which you can kind of support the creator directly. Yeah, we'll grow together, Lane. We'll grow together, man. I look forward to taking the Meltmore stream to a festival in which Lane is just... It's gonna be a vibe. That's awesome. Futons are always sad. Sadly. I'm sad to hear that. Maybe futons can be happy sometimes. I live where it is very hot, but it is in Africa. So you live in some of the... What do you call them? Arabian countries? Is that what you call them? I'm not exactly sure. Because that's the only other places that I can think. Maybe somewhere in South America as well. Where do you live, friend? School till 3:30. Color guard practice, 45 minutes break. Then marching band practice for 2.5 hours. Yo. Can you give my regards or my condolences or my congratulations to Emma and tell her that I think she's an absolute trooper? Because I would not, I would not want to be doing that. Oh, so much. Oh, like I tip my hat, definitely. That sounds amazing. Most important question, do you like Nickelback? Like is a very strong word. I wouldn't say I dislike Nickelback to the point where I would, stand up and go out of my way to go and turn it off. But I'm not actively seeking out and listening to Nickelback. So, the in-between, if you will. If someone plays Nickelback in the background, I'll be like, sounds like Nickelback. Yeah, I think you know. And I think maybe that's the general consensus for a lot of people. Maybe one of you friends will stand up and go and turn the Nickelback off, though. Gob evening to you as well. Yeah, it's Gob evening. Well, technically it's Gob evening to me. Gob morning to you. Thank you for joining me, my friend. How are you doing? Marching band, such a commitment. I could never. 2.5 hours, Lane. 2.5 hours of like marching and then playing an instrument and then making mistakes and then having to drill that thing you made a mistake in again and again and again. And you're playing the same melody, so there's not too much creativity expected from you. It's more, you know, what do you call it? A pattern that you learn. I mean, it can be very freeing in a way of taking away some choice, right? Some people find freedom in constraints, and that sounds kind of weird, but it's more the understanding of like if you add some constraints, some variables, some elements that you want to kind of pursue, you can find within those boundaries that you have a lot more creativity than if you didn't have any boundaries, for example. If that makes any sense. That was so interesting. Happy you think so, Night Step. And thank you for joining us again, friend. On B, you were in the color guard. That's so awesome. I was in the marching band as well. Did you also have to train and exercise for that long, Edmund? I'm curious. Greetings to all the other Earthlings. Amazing how Nickelback jokes are still relevant when most young adults born 2000 never heard of him, Lamar. That's true. I think and this is kind of ironic to say as well. 90% of the current 2000s and upwards kids, if you will, Gen Zers, only know about Nickelback because of the meme connection. Look at this graph. No, like stuff like that. Like that's literally probably why people know about it. At the actual like I remember in 9gag days when I was still scrolling 9gag, the Nickelback joke was very relevant back then. But that was 2016? No. 2012. Yeah. Man, always a decade later, people are still making the same jokes. One day, we'll make the same jokes of our grandkids and like, yeah, Grandpa, take your meds. You're talking about Nickelback again. Back in my day, people would make jokes. I was gonna stop. I'm sorry. I loved it, Lane. I probably couldn't do it now, though. I mean, if you loved it in the moment, that's most important, my friend. And like, do you feel that what I was saying about the freedom in the constraints has any relevance to why you enjoyed it back then? I was not. I did cheerleading, what my daughter does. Yeah, that sounds amazing. On B, cheerleading. Well, I was like cheerleading like for you as well on B. Did you go the full 9 yards where you would like stack up on each other and like throw each other into the air and stuff? We never had cheerleading in South Africa. We had a bunch of female sports, if you will, but cheerleading was never one of them. We also didn't have band. We didn't have music classes. Uh, we did have a chess club, I think, and we did have shooting. What do you call that? Sharpshooting, I guess. It's like a compressed air pellet gun, which you shoot at targets. You have like a grid of, I think, 4 by 5 little targets, and then you shoot these rows. One completely laying down, one on like a squatting position. Is it squatting? Hurka. We call it hurka. One leg like this, one leg kind of, down. Then one completely standing up, and I think then like a rinse off one of the other two, like depending on the competition rules. And then you basically get a collection of whether or not you hit a 10 for all of them, or hit a 1 for all of them, or the other way around, and the higher or the lower your score is, like the better you're doing on a score level. So we had those two, but unfortunately we didn't have the music part of it. It's kind of funny. I'm like thinking about it as well now. Like we didn't have music in South Africa, but we did give kids guns and teach them how to shoot. Yeah. Okay, South Africa. Most people actually like Nickelback, but don't want to admit it. Nickelback is not bad. Yeah, like as I said, if it's playing in the background or someone else is putting it on, like I'm not going to get up and put it off. I'll listen to it and experience it for what it's supposed to be. It is at the end of the day someone's creation. Edmund, this is your daily reminder to watch Wolfpack live from Madison Square. Thank you for the daily reminder. Hey, Toasty. There have been a lot. Been a lot of what exactly? Toasty. Why do I keep doing that, man? I don't know, actually. For some reason, you two are very much intertwined in my brain. I think I've stored you around the same space. Dan. What has there been a lot of? I don't like Nickelback, and that's a fact. Lane needs to take a stand. Like, of course, your generation likes dying on certain hills. Frickin'. I do not endorse any Nickelback. This is the hill I'll die on. I got you. Aunt B is still awesome for her. She's got a random hippie a little west of her cheering. That sounds amazing. Hey, good morning, Candace. Thank you for joining us, my friend. How are you doing? Where the fuck you at? I'm living in South Africa. Critical habit. Thank you for joining us. There have been a lot of missed opportunities because of the pandemic for sure. If you look really hard though, there are opportunities that have been presented that could only exist in a situation like COVID. That is also very true. And I wouldn't, argue if that is like even this in the slightest. I think maybe even your opportunity right now, Dan, right? Like the current job you're like working and the circumstances around how you're doing that. Like I think a lot of that was kind of influenced by COVID and the things that are happening in the way that they are right now. I think maybe it's just a trade-off. We have to realize it's just a trade-off. I only know one line. And look at this photograph. That's literally the only one line I know as well. It's insane. That's literally why I made the meme joke as well, man. Uh, warm or hot tea fix thirsty. Water fix thirsty as well, my friend. Thank you so much for giving me another remedy, though. Oh, God, yes. Today would be perfect day to watch it too. I'm just hanging around the house today. Oh, the reminder of that Gob gave you. I don't know, like it went completely over my head. I probably have to watch it as well. I did 4 hours of high school senior year, went to work at an office, then back to school. But I got to finish school in December instead of May, and it was so worth it. That sounds amazing, Aunt B. Like you get basically, if I understand this correctly, 5 months extra. Did you have to work through January to May? I still don't know how your schooling system works. Was likely a very effective cheerleader. I'm very sure of that as well. Aunt V is a trooper. Dude, you are the best. Always have the most positive vibes. Thank you, Swiss cheese. You are so loved, my friend. I mean, we come together to share good vibes with one another, so I didn't want to think of myself as the best because if I was just sitting here completely alone, I wouldn't be doing much. Because we are here together, we can bring this vibe to one another, so we are the best. Not me. It's a we, friend. I, for one, enjoy some things have changed because of the pandemic, forcing people to commute to the office every day. Being gone is dope. 100% agree. I just want to say that. And most certification course in unis and college being online is awesome. That is also true. That is also true. I mean, but like that being said, also think about your current age and where you are right now. Do you think, and I'm like, I feel you're kind of a biased example as well, Sensei, because you've probably been into the internet for a lot longer than, or maybe for as long as I've been alive, if you will. And that means that you kind of grew up in the age in which you kind of accept that. My brother still hasn't quite literally accepted that, and a lot of people still hasn't as well. So I think there genuinely is still a want for a lot of people to have that physicality to it. But as you age and as you kind of value your time more, especially when it comes to commuting and then like getting a parking spot at your campus, paying your parking like fees, the books you have to buy physically and stuff like that, having to kind of remember what your professor said and now being able to access all of that resources even after the classes have finished. All of those things are absolute pros. I think I'm just like bringing to awareness, if anything, that there has been a loss of opportunity. And I'm so happy that Dan also chipped in and said that even though there has been a loss of opportunity, there's also the creation of new opportunities. And as you said as well, the fact that more people are realizing that they can do everything they wanted to do and had to do from home, and they don't have to spend 2 hours commuting, one, polluting our planet with all of the gas we're burning, and two, wasting time, like wasting 14 hours of your week just sitting in a car commuting back and forth to work. That sounds ass to me. So, yeah, there's a lot of benefits still coming from it. We just have to be open minded and look at both sides. Cost of living. That is the part that I'm very much not okay with as well. Because during this whole epidemic, the most wealthy of individuals are the ones scooping all of that cost of living, if you will, that is skyrocketing right now, Gob. I'm getting offers for my art, and someone wants me to teach their 9-year-old daughter how to draw. Do you want to do that in person, or is it going to be like online classes, Candace? That's so awesome for you, though. I'm so happy to hear that, my friend. I believe the universe, like, as soon as I read your message, I kind of thought to myself, this is the universe opening back up to you in the way that you opened up to the universe. And you know what I mean. I have a feeling next time I go to the park, I will have people showing up to get one. I'm super excited. Oh, absolutely. I'm super excited for you as well, Candace. What's up, Doc? I'm doing well, Future Deliveries. How are you doing, my friend? Totally. Spotify gives you a fraction of a cent per listen. Streaming is really only so that people can find your music. From there, to make money, you have to pay shows and sell merch. Yep. It's basically a vehicle for merchandising. Yeah. And I feel merchandising is almost where it's going to completely shift into. Even though it's literally only about the art and the artists to kind of be rewarded for that work, it is not just happening. It's some bullshit, really. It makes me sad for so many people that want to put life and soul into something like creating music and seeing almost an industry that discourages that. I saw Nickelback in a concert in middle school though. How was that actually? I know that live performances can be like completely different as well, just because of the energy that the band exudes. I'll send the message to Emma. Thank you, Mel. Thank you, Auntie. Like, she really is doing a good job, and I want her to know that as well. I'm sure you tell her, but if she hears it from an outside source, maybe it will mean something to her. Like is a very strong word. This made me laugh so. It kind of feels like I was rejecting an advance as well in a way that like someone tells me, "Hey, like I really like you. Do you like me?" It's like, oh, like is a strong word. I didn't want to do that. So yeah, I'm happy that it can make you laugh as well, Dad. Sad because my daughter is going into high school and has no friends. My friend is Snow Falcon. I also went into high school with no friends. It was difficult, and I think I still carry some residual scars, if you will, but I'm actively melting them away and realizing the being that I am right now had to go through the things it had to go through to be the being it is right now, if you will. Your daughter will be fine, friend. Teach her how to be passionate about things, and then teach her to look for people that are passionate about the same things. Instead of trying to shape her passions to what her peers like, let her shape her own and let her find her tribe that share those passions. That's the only advice I could give you to give to your daughter, my friend, but I know you both will be fine. Don't be sad. Oh, snow, that's tough. Sorry to hear about that. Me too. I didn't think, or I didn't listen to them much anymore. But so many bands people love wouldn't be around if not for Nickelback. They had a lot of influence, believe it or not. Oh, absolutely. Like, just in inspiring other bands as well, for sure. The whole month of August, before school started, we would have 3-a-day practices starting at 7:30 a.m. and ending at around not 8 p.m. Not a chance. You won't catch me, dude. I'll just not do that. Oh man, wait, whoa, I have to read that again. It's ridiculous. A month of August before school, we had 3-a-day practices starting at 7 a.m., ending at around 8 p.m. The whole month of the whole not a chance, dude. Like you won't catch me there dead. I will dissolve into the ground before you can drag me there even. Weekends with Meltmore. Or band camp with Meltmore. We call it band camp here. There we go. Yes. Then once school started, we had rehearsal for an hour before school every day. Then the hour and a half during class plus 2 hours after school. So now I'm starting to like catch a pattern. I feel, if anything, what was more important and more enjoyable about that Bandcamp experience was the social aspect of it. You know, being able to chat with friends or sit next to one of your band friends during the whole process, and being camaraderie, if you will, and also missing school was also stonks, you know, no matter what. So I'm getting those vibes as well, Edmund. This is my water, thank you very much. Like she hears the pouring of water and she just sprints for my glass. You have your own bowl of water. Don't look at me like that. You're gonna let me dehydrate and starve? Let me just die on the ground? Is that what you're gonna do? Is that what you're gonna do? It sucks to have color guard, marching band, etc. But I'm just through with standing line for clubs. I'll never get in. It's like the bottom of the ninth, and I'm never gonna win. She just stole my water bottle cap. Kiki. Los det. This is mine die. Leave that. It's mine. I'm gonna accept it instead. But at the ninth lum, I want a band new house without the tassels. It sucks. Okay, man. Like I'm like kind of getting what you're trying to say, Dan, but I'm missing some of it. I'm just through with standing in line for clubs. I'll never get in. It's just the bottom of the ninth, and I'm never gonna win. I feel like you're rapping or something, dude. I'm like, I don't know if I'm missing something. Are you actually standing in lines for clubs that you don't think you'll get into? I don't think I've ever stand in a line to get into any place. Not as like a. I've never no like I've never saw a line where people wanted to go into a single building, and was like, yeah, I want to be in that line to be crammed into that same building. Like if there has to be a line, to my brain it says there's too many people in that building, so there has to be a line for people outside of the building, so that when other people leave, there can be more people that go inside. And that just doesn't sounds like a trip to me. Like I don't like being constantly close to people, especially in a club environment, because everybody is smoking and it feels like I'm in a gas chamber almost. I'm just like I'm like spilling my beans about hating clubs. But a music festival, however, Dan, hot diggity damn. At least the music festivals we have here in South Africa, there's like 100 people at the entire festival. It's an outdoor festival. So you never have to walk into anyone if you don't want to. And I want a brand new house without the tassels. I also don't know what that means. I also don't know what that means, Dad. I'm feeling you're dropping references or something, but I'm missing them. Like I have some slime in my throat for some reason today, and I've been trying to get it away so many times, but it's not working properly. Band camp was great, honestly. Marching band was, without exaggeration, one of the best things I've ever done in my life. That sounds amazing, Edmund. Like now I've asked you a question as well, but I'm gonna have to wait a while before I get that answer. Give all of your music out for free, then copyright strike every YouTuber which uses it to take full revenue. Lamar, freaking Simon is gaming the system that is already broken. It's like, okay, seems system is broken. Let me exploit. Make sure you keep the video up so you keep making money. Yeah, that's literally how it works. But I know that YouTubers will just take the video off, remove your music, and re-upload it instead of giving you the money for it. Which they should do, because if you try and steal people's like hard work just because they use your music in the background, I also don't think that is fair. Like, I mean, if there's a I'm not gonna get into copyright law. We did stunts in cheerleading, but not a lot of flying where they toss you up. Thank you for letting me know, Aunt B. Those things fascinate me, like just watching what people can do with their bodies. I'm just like, wow. Like, I'm thinking specifically about this Reddit video I saw of these two boys with a smaller boy, and they're like, they have their backs kind of arched on this weird looking chair, legs up, and they basically kick this other boy back and forth between them, and he does like these flips between this, and then they kick him up and they do flips above their legs and catch him with their legs again. I was like, how are you okay with being kicked through the air like that multiple times back and forth? I'm just like, dude, that kid weighs like 27 kilograms and you weigh like 90. Like, that is why you can't fathom that. Let them be. Modern problems require modern solutions. We have rifle training in our 4-H program. I'm not exactly sure what 4-H means on B, but rifle, is that like proper gunpowdered guns, if you will? Guten Morgen, Galactic Melt. Guten Morgen, Beast. Thank you for joining us again, friend. How long has it been? Melt, I posted a song in the Discord the other day and Gob recommended I go watch a live performance from the band the guitarist plays with. Thank you for letting me know that, Edmund. I appreciate you putting me in the loop, if you will. We are the champions, my friends. I'm guessing you're just dropping like random music lines in the chat right now. I feel I should say I'm not ignoring your request on my Instagram. I just need to actually take a photo, a video I feel like posting. I'd like to post some vids of me playing bass. Definitely do, dude. It'd be actually nice to see that. I didn't have to attend school after December. Only went back to work for graduation, but did work full time after that until I started college. Did you then get to spend, instead of just like 3 months before you had to start college, you got to spend, I'm guessing, like 8 months before you had to start college then on B? That's what I'm like thinking now. It's easier if you don't think too hard about it. Is it true? You're probably right. I think I get it in my head just because it's been so long since I posted. It's completely chill. I feel the same way. I think the last photo I posted on my Instagram was in 2019. So yeah, I feel you, friend. Just posted a video of me playing random stuff on bass on my Instagram. Yeah! Edmund, you're in tune, dude. I, for one, learn best in person in class 2. I just like that they're opening up the door. Whoa. They've opened up the door to opening certificate classes online rather than 2-hour commute as I would have had for the program I'm in at the moment before. Lol, I get you, Insane. Yeah, that's definitely better. I agree completely. You don't have to say yes. Lane, can I follow you? There we go. I'm sure it'll be okay. GPF Edmund, just gotta decide right this moment if you're gonna post a photo or not. Yeah, just go like right now, dude. Doesn't take more than a second, if you will. Yeah, Lane Butler Music. Namaste. To you friends on the YouTube that want to join as well, at at Lane Butler underscore music. Anyone can follow. It's the best way to get latest updates on my music. Thank you, Lane, for letting us know as well, friend. Dan says, totally in the 70s, you'd get a free Led Zeppelin t-shirt in the hopes that you'd buy the album. Now you give away the music and hope that they buy the t-shirt. Man, my freaking throat is so slimy today. I think I know what it is. I'm doing keto again, and I kind of try to supplement my fat in any way that I can. So I made myself a very cream-rich coffee, and I think that's what's kicking my ass right now a little bit. Just a wee bit. Yeah, but you're right, Dan. You're very right. I don't want to say it's sad, but it is kind of sad. It's only sad because it's, if anything, a product of this consumerism mindset we're living a part of. Nickelback was actually totally badass in concert, totally different vibes in their studio albums. Plus, I saw them with Shinedown and Breaking Benjamin. Ooh, that sounds amazing. Man, being able to listen to a bunch of cool bands back to back like that must be even better of an experience, because then you get to kind of live in that energy, not only of the energy of the band, but the people enjoying the music with you. So right, Dan, I never actually thought about the juxtaposition between the change of eras, right? I also haven't had like really thought about that. It's almost a trip. I just checked out the clip, Lane. Good stuff. Keep it up. Man, that's what makes me so happy. You're right, Simon. Be on the lookout for new posts in the next couple of days. Dan as well to think about. Oh, definitely was. Oh, we have Jesse here. I'm not sure if you're still here, my friend, but thank you so much for joining us again today. I hope you're doing well, my friend. You're so loved. We appreciate you sharing the space. How have you been? The friends I went into high school with, I only talked to on the bus. She'll adapt, find her space. There we go. Simon knows as well. Thank you, my friend, for letting him know. Oh, good morning, Red. You're here, Jesse. Funny enough, Edmund, the purpose I made my Instagram was just to get over my fear of showing myself online and being okay with being in photos and videos. Man, it's kicking my ass now because I feel I'm becoming too aware of it, so I'm giving it energy or something. Okay. Can I just say this, Simon, for what it's worth? Like, you're very good on camera, dude. Like, you're definitely a likable personality, someone that's easy to look at and watch, and you're enjoyable to share screen time with, if you will. So, just to ease your senses if you had any anxiety still attached to that. Continue the bed. It was hell, mate, but an experience I would never give up. It was so much fun while it sucked. I can imagine. Especially the fact that you are in this experience of a bunch of other kids, you know, like mutual suffering or mutual hatred or something can be a very driving force because you feel like you're together in something, you know. Kiki is up with her shenanigans again today. She has a sock with some rice in it, and it has just enough rice that when she flings it, it kind of hits her face. And I think for some reason that triggers something in her brain, because then she'll run with this thing and then fling it in the air and then catch it out of the air and then run with it like in the circles. And she's trying to get Bingo to play with her, but he's too old for all of that. Love you guys. Happy to be here. Happy to have you, Red. Little Jesse. Exactly, the social aspect. The social aspect was one of the best parts of the band, aside from the music, of course. Simon, I used to have that confidence, as in evidently by my Instagram post from the past, but I need to build that confidence back up. Instagram should be a good place to do that. I think so as well. I mean, if anything, like, know that you are appreciated, you know, and no matter what you create, it is going to be something that can be appreciated. And it's creating with that intention, you know, and knowing that even if nobody does appreciate it, I know I'm putting something out into the world that can be appreciated. And that is literally all you can expect. Don't share with the world because you are guaranteed to be received or are expected to. Share with the world because you want to. There was the lyrics to Rockstar Nickelback Melt. I'm not waiting outside in any clubs. Thank you. Thank you, Dan. I wasn't judging you at all. I was just thinking, Dan, damn it, dude. I know you're such an intelligent guy. You have better things to do with your time. Oh, you ain't building anything back up again. If you did before, you already have it. Just need to use it again. Yeah, like the neurons, all of the build of need, if you will, is already wired in there. You just have to access it again, if you will. I completely agree, Simon. I'm lolling the Nickelback lyrics and Meld, taking it literally. I'm sorry, Jesse. Do lol away. I mean, like, please laugh at my expense, because these things, especially references, like if you're referencing a show or a track, like sometimes I don't know even slightly what I'm talking about. Like with Nickelback, like I know about Nickelback, right? But in the same way, the only line I know is like, "Look at this photograph," and I'm just pointing it at the screen. Like that's the one thing that's seared into my brain, and there's nothing. Just Nickelback and looking at this photograph, and that's like all of the mental processing I have dedicated to remembering Nickelback. So it's like firing this single brain cell, and then Dan sprinkles this entire like feeling line, if you will, something that's going to make me viscerally irritated, because why would you want to wait in a line, even as a track, as a lyric, So yeah, sometimes I take things too seriously. I'm trying to find some balance. Dan has allowed Emma to open up socially, and that makes me so happy to hear as well. Again, I think the social aspect of it is possibly the most important part of it. Was she closed up before? I feel like Emma definitely, at least what I've seen of her in the stream, I'm thinking specifically now to the Uncle Becky and the Con stream as well. Like she definitely had a want to share and articulate, and it made me very happy to hear that. Thank you for your encouragement, my friend. It means more than you know. You are so loved, Edmund. I would love to see some more from you as well, friend. Right, right. It's too good. No, don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. I'm blushing. That's why you gotta take only 30% rev. So they're too lazy to re-upload, lol. Oh, 30% of the revenue. Yeah, you don't take everything. Like if they're still getting like 70%, they're like, yeah, leave it. It might actually be a working model. I think still there's people like Harris Heller. I don't know if you know Harris Heller, and like he's fortunately made like this entire multiple album series of completely copyright free music, and I'd highly recommend, if you want any copyright free music, to go and check his stuff out. No sponsor, just it's a good service and it's free music, and it's good music as well for what it is. Free. That's awesome. On B, I saw sides of many kids that would never come out, not for the band. It can be so good for a child in school. I can definitely see that, Edmund. Makes me so happy that you had that as well. Pandomatix, it's been forever, friend. How are you doing? How are things going with your significant others, with you, with your job? I hope you're well, myself included, and you're a beautiful being as a result of it, or just as a result of who you are, Edmund. Thank you for being you. Hey, Rabbit Wolf. It's nice to have you here, friend. I hope you're doing well. I will now be singing Hey, hey, I want to be a rock star for the rest of my day. Like, I don't even have a melody that's attached to that line, so fortunately it doesn't have any hook. Ventique, it's so nice to have you here, my friend. How are you doing? It's been a long time since we've actually had a chat. I feel like every time I'm almost tuning out, you're tuning in, so fortunately today we'll get to spend some time together. My last post was in 2016. Okay. You had to up me a little bit, Edmund. I can see you and Pando missed you, buddy. I missed you as well, Pando. Thank you for joining us again, my friend. Talk to you later, friends. I gotta record something. Cheers, Simon. Thank you for joining us, friend. Good morning, Darth Zombies. How are you doing today, friend? I've actually been thinking about you and thinking about the things that you said yesterday. I hope you feel more comfortable. Have you looked into finding a community closer to Texas? Sending you so much love, my friend. I hope you're doing well. The dairy creates the dairy creates mucus in your body melt. My sister has a chronic mucusy cough for almost 15 years. She drank milk daily and not. She is dairy free and her cough is completely gone. Thank you for letting me know that as well, Jesse. Like, I'm very aware of it, and it's not something that happens a lot. I just think, if anything, it's happening right now because I've eating keto again, and I've kind of had my meal at around like 9ish, and then at 2 I had like a very heavy cream coffee. So it's kind of the only thing that I have in my stomach right now. So maybe as a result of that, my body is like, what? It makes mucus. I'm sorry, that's a little bit much, but yeah, that's what I'm imagining is happening. Oh, that's wild, Jesse. I didn't know that. Yeah, that's really how it is. It really is how it is. Like, technically, our bodies aren't that well equipped to process lactose. It's basically the sugar form with inside of milk. But we can, and some of us have more gene expression too, but we're still all kind of a little bit intolerant. Depending on how intolerant you are, you can have more or less mucus production. Mm-mm-mm. Once I quit dairy, I can't go back. So many dairy free alternatives. Now, when I have dairy, my body does the same thing, the slimy throat and wet cough. You see, like, I identified within myself as well, Jesse. So I'm very aware of what is doing it to me. And I feel, if anything, I'm kind of making a conscious choice at this moment to still kind of pursue the dairy, if you will. I do think. Oh, a spider just landed on my phone. I'll let it chill. I do think maybe cooking the cream in some way might be the best way to deal with the slime buildup. I find that if I use cream in my foods, then I don't necessarily get the negative effects. I wonder if it caramelizes the sugars in the milk or something, and then as a result of that, it's easier to digest. I'm like completely shooting blind in the dark, trying to figure out how this works. I don't know at all, but I think maybe. I'm dying to share more with you guys. Just need to actually do it. We're waiting patiently, my friend. Don't feel rushed to. When you're ready to share, we will be ready to receive. Love to you, Edmund. Jesse, always dropping straight knowledge about our bodies on us. I like it makes me so happy as well to have someone here with us, that is like studying the intricacies of the body and having that as a perspective here and then being able to, as she did, share this information with us in a way that expand all of our understandings about ourselves and how we have been reacting. Like, imagine your entire life you've been going about eating yogurt and then drinking a nice tall glass of milk and then coughing and feeling kind of icky for a few hours and then just kind of knocking it up to like, oh yeah, I just kind of felt stuffy, and never really making the connection that maybe the dairy is the thing that was causing that problem for you. And then by learning this information, maybe just looking at the foods you choose to eat when you choose to eat them with a little bit more intention, a little bit more knowledge, a little bit more kind of backing data, if you will. Oh, we have Toasty the Mosty. Comments are acting a bit wacky right now. Welcome to our pan, Toasty. I'm sorry, my friend. I can see your comments though. I'm so happy to have you here. Hi, Meltmore. How are you doing, man? Theo, I'm doing well. Oh, it's the OG, right? The OG. I actually remember doing it last time as well. The OG Darkly Manor. Should I call you Darkly? I know another Darkly friend on our pan though. It's definitely not Theo, even though that's the easiest thing for me to read. Maybe just Manner. Thank you for joining us again. Compliments on your descriptions. It's very genuine. Thank you, friend. I really appreciate that as a compliment. Like, that is one of the compliments I really take close to my heart. Like, I appreciate all compliments, obviously, but not all compliments are made equal, and those I appreciate especially. Thank you, friend. You can call me Theo. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for joining us again, friend. How have you been doing? I'm not depressed or anything. Just want to find more like-minded people around me. I hear you, Darth. I wasn't thinking you're depressed or anything. I was just witnessing and feeling into that feeling of not having like-minded people around you. And like for an example, if you will, this entire year I've spent time with like-minded people for a total of 3 days. Technically, technically 2 days. If you were counting hours, it was like 48 hours. That's how long I've spent with like-minded people in person. This entire year so far. And that feeling can kind of be indicative of loneliness, but I feel, especially by doing what we're doing right now, I've been able to not feel that way because I'm actively and daily being reminded that we can come together in a space where we can share some time with like-minded people. And we don't need to take our bodies or our minds to a different space because we can technically do it right here where we are right now. We have these extensions of ourselves that we call our cell phones. It's definitely a lifesaver for me at least, friend. It can be for all of us. I'm already missing some. That's a mighty Texas-sized generalization. Did I generalize, Toasty? Oh, I think I missed one of Jesse's comments. I try, Ed, but everyone is different. It's just what I've noticed within my realm of reality. Thank you. Uh, Try it for yourself and see if you notice any differences. Thank you so much, Jesse. You are so appreciated. Should I open a cannabis shop? If it is legal to do so, and there is no direct competition close by, and you have access to reliable legal weed that you also know is of high or superior quality to what you can find in your immediate environment, and you have done some market research about the general population of your immediate environment and how much money people are willing to spend on cannabis. And if you have all of that information, then maybe, yes, open a cannabis shop, friend. Compliments. I'm not depressed. I've already had one. Got me, Theo. There is a Buddhist temple not too far from me, but I know nothing about it, and I'm not into religions. Like, technically, Buddhism isn't a religion, in a way. I know that's kind of contradictory because we think of Buddhism as a religion, but technically it's not a religion. It doesn't have any deity to which you have to worship, if you will. There are again these uh, focal points, if you will, like the Buddha that kind of came with messages about Buddhism, if you will. But it's not the worshipping of Buddha that is Buddhism, if you will. So go to the temple, my friend. Go and ask some questions. Go and learn something. You don't have to be religious to learn something. But fairly accurate, unfortunately. Texas is becoming a little more progressive, but not enough. Slowly but surely, Edmund, this is the way, friend. We can make our differences in our little spots in the world as well. Too many working against the progress. Yeah, I feel mostly it's the older generations as well. And as time passes, the older generations grip, like freaking grip, like holding on for dear life, is going to eventually weaken. And it's not going to have to be something we have to steal or rip out of their hands. It is something we'll just be ready to receive. when it's supposed to be received, if you will, my friend. Whoa. Goodness. That spider that I told you about, he is flying now. I saw him spin a web into the air, and I was like, oh man, the stream dropped while I was just talking about this. I saw him spin a little web in the air, and then suddenly he just kind of yeeted with it. I know how it works because technically the string, if you will, his web, his line of silk, he creates it long enough so that it has more surface area than his actual body, or her actual body. And then as a result of that, the wind can catch it and take him away, or her away. But I've never seen that in person. At first I thought it was climbing up to something. I thought like he somehow spun that web all the way somewhere. But then when he like just kind of yeeted into the middle of space, I don't think I can keep that belief anymore. Ooh. Where is the line? Can you define? That would be divine. Oh, so sublime. Fortunately, I have less slime in my... I'm gonna stop. Man. Sometimes our pan drops. Every time, however, it's not the dropping of our pan that's kind of perturbing to me. It's just the losing of comments. You know, because those creations have been created. And they were supposed to be here with us. Shared in this moment, shared in this space, in this feeling. And now, unfortunately, they will not be immortalized like the rest were. They will be remembered in some aspect. If Arpan keeps the actual Arpan streams up indefinitely. I'm not sure if they will though. I think I can bet harder on YouTube keeping things around than I can bet on Arpan keeping things around. But I'm making a bet nonetheless. I was actually thinking the other day if I would eventually have to buy myself a bunch of server storage and download all of my live streams from like some sort of YouTube downloader and then store them there, or can I kind of rely on YouTube to keep the streams up indefinitely? Because I very much look forward to the possibility of 50 years into the future being able to just kind of type in day 229. He's fail. Like, she's not that dirty today, but she has like a muddy paw. Like one very muddy paw. I don't think this stream is actually going live. And I'm just ranting. No, it's not going live. Let's try again. Only those who are most resilient. Please don't copy strike me, Mr. YouTube. It was not my fault. Let's try one more time. Yeah, so basically being able to tune in 50 years and just kind of look, you know, what was going on in 2021 on day 229. What was I feeling back then? What was I thinking back then? How far have I come at that point? Should I stop? I don't think so. I'm not going to stop as well. But I feel by reminding yourself as well from where you've come from sometimes, you also remind yourself why you started in the first place. Sometimes it's so easy to get caught up in these stories you tell yourself. where you can be so happy and so joyous about something, and then feel, yeah, I'm not supposed to be this happy or joyous about this thing, or I'm not supposed to be experiencing life in this way, or there should be more suffering, or there should be more lack. I feel lack is one of the big ones we almost project onto ourselves sometimes in this life. Just this sheer lack of something. Jovan, it's so nice to have you here, my friend. Thank you for joining us. How are you doing, Jovan? How are you doing? I don't know if I've not replied to one of your messages on Discord. I might have not. If I did, I'm so sorry. I feel like I've missed you a lot. I actually saw the number 34 again today, and again made me think about you. I hope you're doing well, my friend. The line does not exist. It's a construct. You know what I'm thinking about now, actually? I'm thinking about how if you could, theoretically, let's talk about what is something that's easy to kind of stack on top of itself. Let's talk about those markers, that you can click into themselves. If you could continually extend markers by putting one on top of another, and then you just kind of put it into space, and you just like keep putting markers. And there is a way to do that infinitely. Technically, you would create a line in that infinity. And yet, in that infinite line, there would still be a larger infinity encompassing that line. And that line is just an illusion with inside of that larger infinity. Because you would not be able to hit the edge of that infinity, because then you would be hitting the edges of two infinities. You'd be hitting the edge of the infinite markers you can continue to attach and add, and you would also be hitting the infinite space in which it can expand into. No, my brain is melting. How's it going, Mel? It's going so well, Gateway Process. How are you, friend? It's been a while. Diamond Fingers, thank you for joining us again. Christy, it's so nice to have you here. Took a while to find you this morning, ready to melt. We're almost coming to the end of the melting session, Christy. I'm sorry for getting right into it with the melting, if you will. But I hope it was worthy, at least, of melting. A line, friend. A line. Align yourself with that which you believe will serve not only yourself, but the rest of the whole as well. Align yourself to the point in which you can, without any doubt, without any hesitation, ask for the help of the whole, and know that you are worthy of receiving that help. You understand how powerful just that understanding of yourself is? That if you align yourself, your life, your decisions, your hopes and your aspirations to something that won't only benefit you, but literally every single life that you touch, you will literally lose all of the fear, all of the resentment, all of the unworthiness attached to receiving all of the things that you want from your life. Because you can actively ask and actively pursue the things you want in your life from a place of knowing that it's going to benefit the whole. It's it's just such a radical way of accepting your life. Oh, being more open to it. much. Shamash to you, Toasty. Thank you for joining me again. Hey, my South African brother. Ever get scared of the lions? No, my friend. I am one with the lions. Not scared of that. I do give myself some distance, you know. I have a healthy separation from them. You know, I know that you should be there, lions, and I should be here. I'm not scared of you because I still love you, but I know it's in your instinct to eat things, and I'm very tasty. So how can I blame the lion for wanting to eat me? I cannot ever blame myself for feeding myself to the lion, you know. And in that case, I have more to fear than just the lion itself. No, it's me who hasn't replied. I haven't been on my phone in a lot while. Been doing well. The canvas class was fun. I'm so happy to hear that, Jovan. You don't have to worry about it at all, my friend. I was just making sure that I wasn't the one ignoring the message. Like, it's, again, we are in infinite space. Time will, you know, align for when you have to reply again. Nope, Mr. 42, Little Toe 42. Even though your message is nope, the fact that you have the number 42 in your name says to me yes. So thank you for saying nope, friend. I think that's just human limits of special awareness. I think so. Do you smoke weed? I do occasionally smoke weed, Aaron Gray. How about you, friend? I think you maybe even saw me smoke weed before, haven't you? Oh, yay, back on. Yes, we are, Mammy, for another while. Hey, Vincent. How are you doing, my friend? Are you getting sleep, Vincent? Damn it. Like, that's the first thing I'm thinking. Like, is Vincent getting enough sleep? He's saying no? Damn it, Vincent. You need to sleep, bro. I haven't even seen your message, but I feel a no. Vincent and Babby. Oh, Vincent, how are you? Aloha! It's so nice to have you here today, my friend. It's been... No, it wasn't. I'm reading someone's comment. Damn it. Oh my goodness, Mel. Hey, Mike, bro! Damn, it's been a long time since I've seen you as well, my friend. I've been well. I've been really well. How have you been? How's life been treating you? It looks especially quiet and peaceful over there, Mel. We have Bingo on the lookout. Bingo! Bingo! For a second, like when he moved his head like that, I was like, did he just recognize his name? Because I know he's super deaf. Bingo! Just nothing. Just like stone-faced. I love him though. Crazy life in New York City. It's time to recalibrate. Do you want to recalibrate in a way that you move out of New York City? Or do you want to just kind of take like a weekend for yourself in a way that can kind of realign you with what you know is valuable, Gateway? Meld ain't lion, he's a lion aligning aligning the line with light of divine. Ooh, I'm gonna have to read that one again. Meld ain't lion, he's a lion aligning the line of the lion of the... Man, that's difficult. Try saying that 10 times fast. Okay. Meld ain't lion, he's a lion aligning the line with light of divine. Ooh. Oh. Man, that's good. That's a nice one, Toasty. Man, thank you for sharing that with me. Man, I want to read it again. That's how good it was, but I'll move on to the next one. Thank you so much, Toasty. That's perfect. I literally never feel like I need more suffering, Lamal. Eat red meat. And yet, we still suffer more, friend. Huh? Why is that, though? Yes, we never feel, I need some more suffering, but still we suffer more. So there's something we're doing wrong, you know. There's some sort of cognitive dissonance, some sort of misalignment with what we actually want or believe, because sometimes we're still suffering. And I believe more so than not, we are the ones that is encouraging / the vector of that suffering. At least that's the way I think about it. And it's just kind of melting away. All of those attachments, all of those wants, all of those expectations you have towards these things that are already divine in nature as they are, you know. Those just melted my mind. Mine too, Edmund. Like, actually, I have to save that one. That one's just too good. Mammy, loving, Edmund. Hey, my grove. Oh man, you were so fun. Thank you, dude. 66. It's nice to have you. Duck dance. I appreciate that, friend. I'm sure you're fun as well. I'm just a reflection of you, friend. I literally just smoked like 2 minutes ago, Toasty. How could you do this to me? Oh, that was mighty fine. Oh yes, I'm so happy you friends see it as well, and I'm so happy that I got it right. Because I feel like it was such a divine message. My brain was melting as I was reading it. I just watched your dance stream, Mel. Fantastic. It was so fun, Mammy. It was so much fun. I had to move again a little bit. One day, you should have a common string of straight rhymes. So, like, I'm not sure just about rhymes, but I have been slowly saving what I call melt liners, and I feel that definitely is going into the melt liner folder. Those would be good times. It's always good times when you're here with us, Nate. Thank you for joining us again, my friend. There's your fun. Sounds like fun. It really does sound like fun. Blowing all the minds. Life has been fucking but beautiful, lol. My grove. That sounds about life, my friend. That sounds about life. I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy that you're healthy. I'm happy that you're still okay. I'm sure that you're doing what is good for the world. Too bad Ryan isn't here to put that one in his book. I've been missing Ryan so much actually. I did send him another message reaching out. I'm still waiting for that reply. I'm sure he's doing well. I'm sure he's out there in the world as well, sharing what he can with the world in the way that he does. Unfortunately, you guessed right, my friend. My eyes are literally getting itchy right now. Got like 4 hours sleep yesterday, not even consistent. I keep waking up in between. I'm just gonna have to come to India, like go to Vincent's house and like sleep in Vincent's room, or like have a little bed on the side. And then Vincent's like, okay, Meld, it's time for you to put me to sleep. I'm like, pooh! Vincent sleeps in the bed, and then I'm like sleeping as well, and then I hear him waking up like 4 hours later, and I'm like, oh, Vincent, why are you gonna do this? Vincent sleeps another 4 hours. I'm sorry, Vincent. Dude, you need sleep, man. I'm joking about knocking you out because that's how serious I am about you getting some sleep, dude. You need to take care of yourself, Vincent. Like, even if you sleep on the bus or something, man. Have you ever heard of Taoism? Some of the things you say remind me of it. I've absolutely heard of Taoism, my friend. It is one of the, I want to say doctrine because that's the word that comes to mind first, that I've considered, looked into, gained information from, but it's not something that I completely subscribe to. Suffering is also a big part of Buddhism. Yes, it is, friend. I feel like in Buddhism they also believe like they again, in the same way. There's like a lot of value I've gained from looking at Buddhist texts as well. And like one of the Buddhist sayings, if you will, that really doesn't resonate with me is that life is suffering in a way, and that suffering is like kind of the point of why we're here, and then suffering is this underlying thing. There's so much, again, this judgment slash you're doing something wrong slash you have to do this instead of that, or there's no way that you can attain this thing. Like there's too many barriers to entry, if you will, I feel, when I think that every single one of us are already equipped with everything we need to do these things, if you will. You mean you're not supposed to suffer? Damn, I've been doing everything wrong. You're not supposed to suffer, Theo. Definitely not, my friend. Definitely not. Happiness is a state of mind. Something you encourage. Something you practice, even. Not practicing it can very much lead you to suffering. Where has Ryan been missing our u/Mijia Kubota? I don't know, actually. I think he's just been busy. I'm sure, Jovan. Sending lots of love to Ryan. I hope he's doing well. Thank you so much for sharing this love as well, my friend. In Buddhism, attachment to the world causes suffering, and they seek to alleviate it through meditation, seeking nirvana. You see, for me, I kind of understand where that comes from as well and how that understanding gets formed. Because when you're in a pure state of meditation, there definitely is this disconnect between your outside world and your inside world. And I'm saying disconnect kind of tongue in cheek because you can say in the same breath it's this connection of your outside world with your inside world. And as a result of that, you kind of don't think about the normal human attachments that you have to this world. And as a result of all of these things combined, understanding can be formed that that is the ideal state of being, but if every single one of us just kind of opted out of life and decided, okay, we're going to be meditating for 12 hours a day so that we can try and reach this nirvana, if you will, then how are we supposed to be progressing as a species? Not just technologically and economically, but I believe we would be stunting ourselves spiritually as well, because I believe a very large part of our spiritual development in this plane is in this world. Not an attachment to this world, but we have other beings, we have one another in this world. And going out of our way to seek other beings, to learn from these beings, to spend time with these beings, I believe is an essential part of our lives here. And becoming completely disconnected with that part of life to the point where you're only seeking this meditative nirvana, if you will, is also not the be all end all. I think meditation, and I talk about meditation a lot on these streams, has so much benefit, but I don't think it is the thing. Everybody just needs to meditate all day and then things are going to be better. No. I think if we started meditating a little bit, things could be better, at least for us. Hey, Buddha. Lekker dag gehad? Ook heel lekker, dank je man. Hello, I'm Mexican guapo. What's marijuana tosete? I'm guessing it's marijuana, my friend. I'm not sure, Ryan. I'm not sure who Ryan is, but sending out good vibes. Thank you, my friend, for doing that as well. It's unfortunate, Mammy, but I'm getting dark circles, so I don't look like a zombie when I go to college. You need to sleep, Vincent, damn it. I thought about reaching out to him as well. Actually, quite a few friends. I wasn't sure if I should or not, though. Please do, Edmund. Please do reach out to them. Hello, man. No. Yes, happy resist. I'm happy to have you here, friend. I hope you're doing well as well. Receiving an unexpected check-in from a friend always gives me a rush of love. Same to me. That's why I was instantly yes, do it, Edmund, do it. Never feel conflicted about reaching out about those you care. Thank you for encouraging as well, friends. I have to go complete my daily quests. Enjoy the day, everyone. Much love to you as well. Thank you so much for joining us, Diamond Fingers. That might just help me melt. Don't worry, I have an extra bed. Sleeping while there is no noise or no presence around me at all is really making it much harder to shut off my brain. I feel you, Vincent. Especially if you, for a long time, kind of grew up having other people in the house. Totally happy. I just suffered to do it. Sometimes that's also a part of it, Theo. But thank you, my friend, for enjoying the space of us nonetheless. Motor Fox, how long has it been, my friend? Thank you for joining us. I hope you're well. Unlock those achievements, Diamond. May you gain all the experience. Thank you for the encouragement as well, Jovan. Sleeping in the bus is no good, Meld. It's so shaky. I literally hit the roof today. Instead, I read Sputnik Sweetheart by Murakami and also started Shawshank Redemption. That sounds like good books, my friend. Tell me what you think about them when you're finished. Christy says, do you like Reiki? I like Stick Figures. I think Stick Figure has a song that talks about happiness is just a state of mind. And I heard the song in my head when you said it. I don't mind Reiki, again, with the same way. I'll listen to it and I'll enjoy it. I won't turn it off, but I don't actively pursue or listen to it myself, and I don't know about the band Stick Figure. So thank you for the recommendation as well, Christy. Thank you for the helpful Motor Fox. So true, Giovanna. Nate, I think I'll reach out to some of our friends then. If so, other no reason than just to let them know they're loved and thought about often. Thank you, Edmund. Please, please do that. That's beautiful, my friend. It wouldn't be a Meld stream if Meld wasn't 10 minutes back in the comments. I love you, guy. What do you mean, Eat Red Meat? Oh, I just read your comment directly after you sent it. Freaking wanna sass me? Huh? I'm here. Here I am. But maybe I'm missing like a bunch of comments because it wasn't working or something. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case as well. My friends, our stream has come to an end. We're closing the space off for today. But it's not gone forever. I look forward to seeing you all again tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone.